Sponsored by Panasonic. Smart factory solutions for any mix, any volume. Introducing the new NPM W2S, the ideal placement solution for manufacturers who value reduced setup and changeover time over volume.
Welcome to PlasmaTreat here at Productronica. I'm joined by Joachim Schussler, of course, who is the German sales manager. Nice to meet you, Joachim.
Hello, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Okay. So, Joachim, you're essentially a surface treatment company. You'll prepare surfaces for cleaning, as in PCBAs,
Yep.
but you'll also prepare surfaces like plastic controls, plastic fascias, etc., with the plasma treatment systems. Tell us a little bit how your systems work.
Our system works very simple. It's a system which has as a source the compressed air or a gas supply, and we're using a high voltage discharge inside of the jets. Mm-hmm. So this yellow light you can see coming out on these jets is the plasma. Yeah. And with this plasma beam, we are able to modify surfaces by removing contaminations and modifying surfaces by activation and coating. And this is the step before adhesive coating, painting, printing, wire bonding, and applications like this.
And so how much does this help the adhesion of coatings and other materials?
In some cases, we really have to make the difference between I have a best adhesion to the surface or nothing. Mm-hmm. So if you have really a very unpolar surface like the plastics in polypropylene, or you have release coatings on the surface, even on PCB boards. Mm-hmm. This can make the difference. And we are kind of quality insurance by removing contaminations from production processes. Right. So if you have a fingerprint on the surface, we are able to remove the organic part of the fingerprints to have the best wettability of the coating before you apply. Right.
One of the biggest issues you have with conformal coatings is edge definition and issues with the edges, because that is where you'll get ingress with water or whatever material you're talking about. Does this help to maintain a much better adhesion so you don't get that type of problem with ingress of different materials?
Yeah. The higher the wettability, the thinner you can apply the coating. And the more the coating is going underneath components around edges, so you have the best effect that the wettability in the surface is perfect. This is the most important thing.
Okay, excellent. So you've got some standard XY gantry systems on a belt, as you would have in a normal inline process, but you have a fairly unique process here where you're using a magnetic platform to move the device around the board. Tell me about the strategy behind this and the benefits of it.
Yeah, the strategy behind is to have a mover or multiple mover system that carries the boards, the components, as you can see here. And this mover can precisely work on the complete range on a flat area. It can be moved in a Z direction of 6 millimeter as well. Mm-hmm. And the biggest benefit is you can use this workpiece tray in the complete line, so going from machine to machine, and you have a very open, flexible way of moving your device, of moving your workpiece underneath a jet, underneath the coating heads and things like this. This is why this X-Planar from Beckhoff will be, let's say, for the future, because it's one of the first systems shown on this exhibition, will be a best option to have a very clean environment, because there is nothing on top, nothing with mechanical wearing. We are in a magnetic field. And this will open a lot of possibilities inside of this transport.
It certainly looks very innovative. How easy is it to program? Does it in just a normal way?
It's a normal way, like you program a robot or you program an XYZ system. So in the end, it's the same. You have either the data import, that you import the data from a DXF file with the movement lines, or you program by teach-in, and you move from this point to that point with a continuous move of 200 meters per second, for example. So the system really can run very fast with high acceleration and deceleration rates. So this will open a lot of possibilities for increasing productivity. And yes, from my point of view, the most important thing is that you have the chance not to have just one workpiece tray that needs to be loaded, so you can have multiple that are waiting to get inside of the machine and do the job.
Right, so you could have like 4 or 5 of these shuttles going around at one time.
Yes. Even now with this equipment, we could have two working on different areas, moving in different shape.
You have anti-collision software built into.
I hope so.
So what's the accuracy of these shuttles?
The accuracy is 2 mil in the moment, but in as far as I know, Beckhoff is still working on the programming, so on the software to make it even more precise. And in the end, for example, for our plasma process, we are fine if we have plus minus 0.5 millimeter would be good for us because this is the precise we need. But for other processes, you need to have this high accuracy.
So applications, obviously, in printed circuit board assembly, conformal coatings. What other applications do you use this for?
We're using the cleaning before wire bonding. We use the cleaning and activation before die bonding. We use it in the packaging of the electronics. So for the gasketing applications, to have the silicone to put the cover on the housing. We even use it in ultrasonic welding processes inside of this field. And we even can use it for reductional treatment. So that means if you have a silver-coated surface, copper surfaces, we can remove the oxygen layer and protect this oxygen layer for reoxidation before the next step. That means for soldering before wire bonding. Right. So there are many applications inside for adhesive bonding.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, a fascinating process and a fascinating piece of equipment. Joachim, I want to thank you for showing it to us today.
Yeah, thank you for being here.